Former President of Uganda, Idi Amin Dada, in 1972 expelled all Asians from Uganda. Accordingly, 12,000 Ugandan Asians did not have the right to work in Uganda because of the laws that restricted citizenship and disenfranchised Asians.
So for upwards of 12,000 people, the expulsion liberated them from an impossible situation. Eventually no homes. At first they lived in places of worship, temples, mosques. 12,000 celebrated the expulsion. For them, Amin had opened the gates of Britain. Finally, they could look forward to another life.
Although President Museveni returned the Asians, they are allegedly considered investors and do not have any obligation to the community and country.
But it is no longer the original Asian question. The new Asian question emerged. It has two features. One, the new Asians are not considered Ugandans, even if some of them may hold Uganda passports. They are investors, not citizens. As investors, they are bearers of property, not of rights.
During a public lecture and discussion at Makerere University on the 50 years after the Asian expulsion and lessons learned over half a century, experts attributed the expulsion to economic exploitation, inequalities and social exclusion rather than intermarriages.
Indians were taking out money from Uganda. They avoided taxes, took money out of Uganda, and by the time they were expelled, they had around 342 million pounds in British banks. You follow what they have, it is stunning, but they made it on the backs of the poor peasantry in this country.
The indigenous population was completely detached from this new group of people. And that gap was not good. Because the integration process that should have actually begun a long time ago with the newcomers never took place properly.
Professor Sylvia Tamale from the Faculty of Law, Makerere University, says African countries continue to be haunted by colonialism, and until they handle the issue of decolonization and racial differences, the Asian question will remain. Sylvia says culture and tradition have failed integration between Asians and Africans.
50 years after the expulsion, it is the bodies of women which are being foregrounded in a discussion about the benefits of integration. With such chauvinist, misogynist, and patriarchal views, of course, relations between the two races will continue to be fraught with tension. As African men want to lay claim to the bodies of Asian women, the Asian men fight back by invoking culture and tradition.
However, going forward, these recommend the state to forge an inclusive multiracial policy to create a state that accommodates all diversity. I'm Nafka Farida and Stephen Kalisia in Makerere.